Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Mo and Ash Vibes. Now we all know that every year so many students come to Canada to study. There are three intakes in which you can come here to study. One is the fall intake that starts in September, then there is a winter intake that starts in January, and then there is a summer intake which starts in May. But usually people prefer to come in September intake or January intake because these are the intakes that offer more courses. So you have more options to choose from. Talking about choosing a course. So now when you are choosing your course, it is really important that you choose a right course if you really want to make your career in Canada, if you really want to get a good job in Canada. So choosing a right course is really important. Now, if you're at that stage where you are deciding that what course should I take, which course is good for me, you must have come across a lot of co-op courses as well. However, a lot of times students are unable to decide that whether they should take a co-op course or not because they don't even know what exactly a co-op course is. So in our today's video, we are going to talk about what exactly a co-op course is, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. This way you will be able to decide that whether you want to do a co-op course or not. So let's get started. So co-op programs are the programs that allows you to work in your field of study while you are completing your course. The usual pattern is that in one term you will be studying and in another term you will be working. So the usual pattern is alternate, but it may vary depending upon your program. So now when you are looking for different courses or what course you should take, you must have also come across the internship programs. A lot of times students also get confused between internship programs and co-op programs. They think that they both are the same. However, there are some differences. The first difference is that internship programs are usually shorter in duration, whereas co-op programs are usually longer in duration. For example, a co-op program may last for the entire time when you're studying in your school, completing your course. So it may last for the entire course time. So that could be 4 years or 5 years or 3 years depending upon your course. However, an internship program may only last for a few months. For example, my course was a 2-year course and my internship program lasted for only 1 semester, which was 4 months. Next difference is that in co-op programs, your program duration may increase by some time. For example, let's say if you have a course which is of 2 years, then your program duration may increase by 6 months or a year. And similarly, if it's for 3 years or 4 years, then it may increase by a year and make it a 5-year program in case of a 4-year program. So your completion date gets extended, and it's really obvious because let's say if you are doing work term in one semester, then you are studying in another semester, so of course the duration will get increased. But in case of internship, the program duration usually doesn't get increased. Then the co-op programs are usually full-time and paid. However, internships on the other hand could be full-time or part-time, and they could be paid or unpaid. So now when you're choosing your course, you have to be careful about these things, and you should know the difference between an internship program and co-op program. However, different universities and colleges may have their own definition of internship programs and co-op programs. So when you are choosing a course and when you are choosing the university, and if you come across some co-op course that you like or an internship program that you like, you confirm with your university that what do they mean by those programs and what kind of program are those. Like, are they going to look for the jobs for you, or do you have to find for yourself? Are you going to find a paid work, or are you going to find unpaid work? So you clarify all those things with your college so that you know that what kind of program you are getting into. Now let's talk about the benefits of a co-op program. The first benefit is that you get to work in your field of study and you get to gain experience in your field of education. So now when you come to Canada and when you're studying, when you start even looking for a part-time job, so usually you find part-time jobs which are not related to your studies. And then after completing your studies, again, when you start looking for a job, if you have done a regular course, then you may or may not find a job that is related to your field, because in most of the cases, when you apply for the jobs, they usually ask for your experience, that whether you have any experience or not. And similarly, if you do not have any experience, then sometimes the references work too. But because you have just graduated from college and you're a fresher, so of course you do not have any experience. And most of the times when students come to Canada, most of the students have done their either 12th grade, which is high school, or they have done their graduation back home in most cases. So of course they do not have any experience back home as well. So when they're actually looking for their field job after doing a regular course, finding the job becomes really difficult. So you may or may not find your career job. However, if you have done a co-op course, you get to work in your field, you get to gain experience in your field. So when you will actually apply for your job after completing your education, things will be a little easier because you will have some sort of experience in your field and you would be able to show that. Similarly, the next benefit is that you will be able to build up your resume. So now, as I said before also, that when students come to Canada to study, mostly they are coming here after completing their high school or their graduation. So they do not really have anything to put on their resume. Now, if you take a regular course, again, in most cases, you will be able to find part-time jobs which are not related to your field. In that case, when you are actually writing your resume, you would be only able to put your part-time work experience on your resume. So then after completing your course, when you will start looking for your job and when you will pass on your resume, when they will see your experience, it wouldn't be related to your field. However, if you do a co-op course and you get to work in your own field, then when you are building your resume, you would be able to write that experience on your resume. And straight away, when the employer will see that you have worked in your field and you have the experience, then of course there are better chances that you will get the job because you have built up your resume writing your field job on your resume. So it's really helpful that if you do a co-op course and you're able to gain experience in your field, the resume building becomes really easy. So this is another benefit of doing a co-op course. The next benefit of co-op program is that it helps you to gain practical experience in your field of study. Now, when you are studying in college, usually you get the theoretical knowledge of your subject, but the co-op program gives you the opportunity to gain the practical experience in your field of study because you would be able to practically work in your field job. You will be able to gain hands-on experience. It will help you to figure out that how exactly will it feel when you will actually work in your field job and what kind of responsibilities will you have, what kind of work it is. So it's a very good feeling because even before you start your actual work, your full-time work or your permanent work, you would be able to experience that beforehand only, which is a great opportunity. This brings us to another benefit, that when you will gain the practical experience in the real world environment, then you will be able to figure out whether what you are doing you actually like it or not. A lot of times when we are studying in college, we feel that, oh, I'm really interested in this subject, this is what I really like, this is the one for me, and I love doing this job, or I love studying this. But when you actually start working in the field, sometimes it's not something that really interests you. So this experience gives you the opportunity to figure out that what kind of work you will be getting and what kind of responsibilities will you be taking care of, and whether you like it or not. I know a lot of people, they study something, but when they actually start working in their field, they don't really like their job and they are not really interested in their job. That's because sometimes in theory you like something, but practically you don't like something. So in co-op programs, you will get the opportunity to work in your field of study while you're studying, and then you will be able to figure out that whether you like it or not, and then you can make a decision whether you want to keep studying the same thing or whether you want to change your program, you want to change your field of study. So very early on you get to figure out all these things. So this is another great benefit. Now, as I said before, that when after completing your studies you will start looking for a job, then in most of the cases they would either want you to have some sort of experience or some sort of references. So if you're doing a co-op course, it will give you the opportunity to not only build your resume or gain experience, but it will also give you the opportunity to build your network. You are going to work in your field, so you are going to meet people from your field. You're going to work with people who are doing the same kind of jobs or the higher level of whatever you are doing, but it will be people from your field of study. So So you will be able to make some connections with your employer, you will be able to make connections with your co-workers, and then if you have made your good connections, then you may use their reference when you start looking for your job. So it's a very good opportunity, because now on your resume you can show that you have experience in your field, as well as you have references from people in your field, which is really a good benefit. Also, if you have done your job nicely, sometimes the same company will hire you. So it really opens a lot of opportunities for you, a lot of doors for you. So this is again another very great benefit of doing a co-op course. As we all know that as an international student, you are only allowed to work part-time, which means there is a restriction on the number of hours you can work. But if you are doing a co-op program, then in your work term you can work full-time, because like I said before, in most of the cases the co-op work is usually paid and full-time, which means that you will be able to earn more money. And if you are going to earn more money, then you can take care of a lot of expenses that you may have. You can take care of your tuition fee, or you can contribute that money towards your rent. So you can do a lot with that extra money that you will earn during your co-op term. So this is again another benefit of doing a co-op program. So these are some of the benefits of a co-op program, but along with knowing the benefits of the co-op program, you should also know about some of the challenges that you may face if you are doing a co-op program. So the first con is that your program completion date or the degree may get extended. So if you're doing work in work term and then you're studying in another term, then it is obvious that your degree will get extended. So you should be prepared for that. The next con is that the co-op courses are usually more expensive than the regular courses. Now, as an international student, we already pay a lot of fee, a lot of money to study in Canada. If you're doing a co-op course, that may add to your cost. So, and not everybody is ready to pay that kind of money to study. So you have to be careful about this, and then you have to keep that in mind when you are selecting your course. The next challenge that you may face is that in some universities or colleges, they help you to find the job, but in some of the programs or in some of the colleges, they do not help you to find the co-op job. So in that case, you have to find the job for yourself. So that becomes a little bit difficult, because when you start looking for your job, some employers will give you the job knowing the fact that you are already studying in the field in a college, so they will still give you the opportunity to work and gain some experience. But in other cases, employers may still want you to have some sort of experience, which as a fresher you won't have. So finding job is not always easy. So you have to be careful about this when you're selecting the course, that whether your university or college is helping you to find the job or not, and then you choose your course and program wisely. Another drawback is that in your work term, you might have to move to another city for your job. Now, being an international student, you might not prefer relocating, because this way you have to keep looking for places to stay, which is a lot of a hassle. So you have to keep this point in mind when you are doing this course and when you decide to select this course, that you might have to relocate. Another challenge you might have to face while doing a co-op course is that you might have to plan your study term ahead of time, because not every course is offered in every term. For example, let's say you decide that you are going to do your work term in the January session, and then you will do your study term in the summer session or in the summer semester, but there are some courses that you want to do that is not being offered in the summer term. So you will have to know this beforehand, so that you can plan your study term accordingly and you can select your courses accordingly. So you have to do all of this beforehand, so that you do not face any problem when you are doing your course. So these are some of the positives and some of the negatives of choosing a co-op program. Everyone has their own situation, their own goals, their own experience. Some people prefer doing a co-op program, and for some people co-op programs don't work. But this is something, or this is a decision that you have to make for yourself, that what is good or what is the best option for you. In my video, I have just tried to tell you that some of the positive points of the co-op programs and some of the challenges that you may face if you decide to go for a co-op program. But again, this is going to be your decision, what is best for you. In my opinion, if you still decide that you want to do a co-op program, then at least make sure that you choose a program or a college in which They are going to help you to find the job so that you are not facing any difficulty in finding a job. And also make sure that the jobs that are going to find you, ask them, are they going to be paid jobs or unpaid jobs, because the paid option is the best for you, because it will help you earn money while you are gaining experience. With this, I wrap up our today's video. I really hope that this video will help you to decide that whether you want to choose a regular program or whether you want to go for a co-op program. If you liked today's video, hit the like button and share the content. If you have any more questions related to the video, feel free to comment in the section below. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Now, I will see you in our next video. Until next time, ta-da!